Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Tuesday night men's and women's mental health support group. Uh, Tonight is going to be very interesting, so we're not going to waste no time. I am now waiting for the host that do the most, Big Coast, to arrive. Once he tap in, we just going to jump straight in and get to that. Everybody is welcome. Salutations, salute to everybody out there. Hope everybody had a safe, peaceful weekend in the beginning of the week. And if anything going on out there in the world, talk of the town is where it's at. Talk to us and we'll talk back. Let's get to that. Waiting for the host, Big Coast, pop in. There we go. Um, I just wanna grab my coffee, and then we could get, what going and shit. You know what I mean? So y'all gotta excuse the cookie and cream outfit. So we going pretty clean, dirty, like. Peace, salutations, King.
What's good with you?
Yeah, we here for another episode. I'm feeling good, you know. Yo, can I go warm up my coffee and then we can get to that?
Yeah.
All right, then.
So we
So
here today.
the host that do the most, Big Coast, is in the building. He gonna warm y'all up until I get back.
Pause that, warm y'all up. But
No Diddy.
but, but today's gonna be, a good day. I was having a good day today. It's the first real hot day. People got their t-shirts on. The parks is jammed. So summer is here for us in Connecticut. Summer is here. Summer is here. I'm excited about summer and springtime with you know the new year can bring. Because for me, the new year always starts now in spring when things are blossoming and things are growing. Because they always say the new year is in January, and that's when things are dead. There ain't no growth. It's gloomy. It's cold. So the new year for me started when spring started. You know, you see the buds blossoming and the birds is back chirping. You
Big
know,
Coast.
the
Big Coast
serenity,
in the building.
the serenity's in the building.
We
Because
got Big Coast in the building. Welcome to Talk of the Town Tuesday night. I'm very excited.
I
Y'all,
will.
y'all got a part of my excitement. We got Big Coast in the building. I got on the cookies and cream Nike joint. The young bulls want to see how the OG do it, man. I'm regular, man. Leave me out of it. It's your world. I'm just trying to help y'all improve it. My bad, my bad, my bad.
Nothing ain't wrong with that. I was just saying, for me, the real New Year is the spring, man. Springtime up here, everything's blossoming, everything's growing. I woke up to the birds this morning at my window chirping, and I ain't heard them at my window all year. So, that's when I know spring is back around and shit. I see the bees out. So the serenity is back in the building. The calmness is back up north for me. Because sometimes, in the winter up here, you can enjoy nature, but it be so cold. We be in our houses, and a lot of us ain't built for that type of weather, even how long we've been living up here. And it's gloomy and it's hard times and it's down. You know, I kind of like the spring because it's new growth. People can be outside. For the people that is depressed and they've been in their room all day and now they kind of have a reason to go out and just be in nature. Even if you can't take people right now, you can find a little bench to sit on away from everybody, a little rock, a little tree, and just
Right.
sit with your thoughts and gather up the nature. Don't even sit with your thoughts, sit with nature. Think about the trees in front of you. Think about the ants on the ground. you know think how insignificant their life is to yours. to where you can start thinking how much more is to life, to your life when you look at it. Because, it's just a tree to us, it's just a plant, but it's so much more when you think like that, when you're thinking superior to it. So you have to start thinking for yourself. Well, if you're thinking like that, what do you think of yourself? So you got to bring yourself out of that rut that, you know, if you depressed, go outside, get some oxygen, take your shoes and socks off, get grounded, go to the
Mm.
beach, put your feet on earth,
Something
touch
that
the
I
earth.
do, something that I like to do when I go to the trail. I don't show that part. You know what I'm saying? But at
Yeah.
some point, I definitely, yeah. But go ahead.
Nah, you good. That's good that you do that on the trail, but people need to get in touch with nature a little bit more. The power and the serenity of nature, the peacefulness of it, the calmness.
Mm.
If you want to build a routine, if you can't get up in the morning, start getting up with the birds.
Early bird get the early worm, man. That's your
That was
slogan.
my whole motto. It's still my slogan. I'm still an early bird person. I've been up since 4:30 this morning with the birds.
You have, because you called me like 5 something.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I've always been one of them people that feel like there's so much you can do in a day when you're
Right.
going through things, So when I was feeling down and I was feeling depressed, I tried to fill up my day with things I can do. So I would be like, the earlier I wake up, the more I probably can get done throughout this day. So I ain't gotta worry about
Right.
the big problem that's weighing on me, Because sometimes you can think yourself,
Welcome.
welcome. Sometimes you can think yourself into a problem. Sometimes it don't even be there, but you overanalyze it, overstress it,
Mm.
and you don't let it work itself out. You know,
Right.
'Cause I know my mom has a saying: "Just give it to God when you can't figure it out."
Mm.
And that's just basically, in my mind, that's don't even think about it. Just forget it. Go on with your life. Because eventually all problems work themselves out, whether you like it or not. I've learned that. I've learned that all problems work themselves out. You may not like the outcome, but no problem lasts forever. So even with depression, people got to keep that in mind. There are good days.
Mm.
I seen a meme where it said, "Don't throw away the whole week because you had 2 bad days or 1 bad day." And I relate to that because I used to be that nigga. One day I fuck up my whole week because I be dwelling on it. What I should have did, what I should have said. So one day at a time. Look at it like average. Now, like they said, if it's 7 days a week, if I can get 4 good days, I'm looking good. That's over 50%. That's good for me because we gotta learn that even when we're depressed, we gotta learn that every day ain't gonna be a good day. So when we have those good days, we gotta cherish them more because every day ain't gonna be like this.
So can I ask you a question? This is allowed, because most people may not tap in to ask. So this is ping ponging off of you and I. Within the new year, what do you say for those, and we're going to break this up in parts, right? For those that are dealing with relationship and the wounds and the mental illness and the mental aspect of those who know better as far as relationship wise and dragging it on, especially things from 2017, 2023,
Well,
2020.
okay. So I kind of think like with that, there's two things that in relationships I think a lot of us, man and woman, kind of lack.
Because I only say that to say we're still going through this. So certain
Yeah,
people.
but it's two things.
Okay.
It's loyalty and it's conversation. Because sometimes relations ruin because y'all didn't have a conversation about it. Y'all were stuck in y'all feelings and communication. That's the word I'm looking for. Not conversation, but communication.
Okay.
Communication and loyalty. And when I mean loyalty, I don't mean it how people mean it. Sometimes in relations, you're too loyal to a fault.
I
And
like
it
that.
ain't got nothing to do with love. Because loyalty outweighs the love. You're just, because loyalty is connected to your morals. Love ain't. Love is not connected to moral. You'll do some crazy shit for love. But out of loyalty of a person, sometimes people stick in a relationship too long and then they put red flags aside. They don't nip shit in the butt right away, or they just it I'm loyal because that they don't want to look like a fucked up person, even though they're not getting treated how they should be treated. It's a one-sided relationship. And then if it's old things they're bringing up, it's kind of like if I fucked up and you keep reminding me, now you're going to keep us back there in 2017, 2016, and you won't let me progress, heal, or nothing from that. Just and vice versa, you know. You kind of gotta give grace if you're gonna take someone back in the relationship. And I ain't always talking about man or woman. It could be business, any type of relationship. When someone fuck up, you know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
sometimes people need grace depending on what it is. You know, we're so quick to just throw away people like they ain't nothing, and then the communication we don't that we lack communication.
Is it people or relationships or relation, should I say?
It's relations because people.
You can't just throw a person away. I
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Because when
so
you throw the relationship away, you throw the whole person away.
mm,
Because you're throwing memories away, you're throwing favors away. Depending on how deep the relationship is, you kind of sever the ties for the kids. If your kids know each other, it goes deep when the relationship is intertwined like that. You know, it gotta. I know it gotta be weird when a girl hang with another girl for years, and then they kids grow up, and then they have a falling out, but they kids still cool. But now they gotta be weird about it because they know that their mamas don't like each other, or even if they daddies don't like each other.
right,
So it's kind of like I gotta choose sides with the family over shit I ain't have nothing to do. You
right,
know.
right.
So
Absolutely. I
you can
get that.
throw a whole person away, but it's just the communication. You know how many relationships could have been salvaged and saved just with better communication of how a person felt and
Right,
respect of feelings in both ways
right.
instead of listening to react like most people hurt people do that. They listen to react. They get on defense and we know about boxing. So when you're on defense, when you listen to react, it's like a counter punch.
Right.
So you feel like they throwing something at you, so you got to react like boxing. So
Peace,
people are in defensive mode, then they won't let a person grow.
peace to everybody in the super chat. Thank y'all for tapping.
Yes,
Hit
they
the
won't let
share
a
button.
person initially grow. You
Hit the
know,
share button. Get more people in tune for tonight's session. And if
because
people want
because
to speak
growth,
in some type of sense, the floor is definitely open.
yeah,
So
growth is everything, bump. You know that.
definite. But
And
what comes growth? Like growth could be within the individual, but what if everything? I'm not going to say everything, but what if the majority isn't growing with that creature, What do you say about that?
So, you know, we kind of touched a bit on Sunday Fun Day a little bit, but you know,
Talk about it.
when when you're growing, I always learned this. When you change, you can't expect people to respect a change. Like when you change, you can't expect people to accept your change. Then
Right.
I see a lot of people change for other people's acceptance. Change and growth is not about acceptance. It's about you. Because once you change and then you change for acceptance, all you're doing is leading that road right back to the old you. So you kind of gotta change because good people will see the change in you. They won't even acknowledge it because you're not bringing it up. You're just living your regular life.
Right.
And
Right.
so you're not throwing it in people's face like, yeah, I changed, nigga, I got this big house, I got this. Unless you're amongst your boys and y'all all talking shit, shooting the breeze. But in reality, when people change, it happens so suddenly. It's like it happens in the mind, then their life change, then it's a physical change. Now people can see it in the physical.
Mm.
But certain people can't see the change.
But that doesn't necessarily means that it's accepted.
But
So
they don't, but you're not, but see, you're not changing for acceptance. Because if you're changing for acceptance, you're just trying to fit in. That means you were somebody, now you're nobody. Because you changed to be one of them. So now you are a nobody in reality. So you
okay.
don't change for acceptance. You change for you. Change is the growth in the world and you. So you want to change to be a productive citizen, a productive father, brother, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. That's what the change is for. It's outer. It's going to show outer. But for the people that don't accept it, you can't make them accept it. You got to leave them right where they at. Changes is self improvement. It's all of that wrapped up. You know,
Right.
it's all of that. It's all of that wrapped up. To improve self, you must change everything around you.
And everything around you is subject to change. So
Yeah,
once
it's subject to change.
right, once we are aware and able to accept that, then that takes away some of the cancerisms that we can inherit through stress and the energy that is, you know what I'm
We
saying?
just gotta stop. It hurts us because a lot of us have to leave the people we love behind. Because that's that saying when they say everybody can't go with us. It's not about who that person is. It's not about he can't handle himself in public. We hear he too rowdy. It's not about him. It's about you. He can't accept who the new you are, and you see it. So you know what? He stays right where he's at, cause he can't fathom that you're a new person, and he's not supposed to. Because you're on a mission. It's a solo change is a solo mission. So if he
Mm,
doesn't see it, they're not supposed to see it. So when you change your life, I don't care if they was your best friend forever and you change and they don't accept it or see it, you leave them right where they at when you before you changed. You leave them right with the old you. You have to because they're not accepting who you are now. So they're not going to accept nothing you do. It's disrespectful now. It's almost like disrespectful because the ones that get it. They'll see it. It's a vibration. They don't have to say nothing. They,
right.
they they'll know bump change. It'll be jokes. They're like, nah, bump ain't going to that shit because they already know in his mind, in their mind, they know. Oh, they don't have to speak. Some things don't need to be spoken upon. Some things that
Mm,
known don't need to be speaking. So it's like you can see a person change. It's a vibration thing, and it draws you to them because you knew who they used to be. You know what they're capable of doing.
right.
Because change people hang with changed people. We don't like the rapper said. I don't know who said it, but if you are still the same person when you were 20, as a grown person, if you're worried about other people's opinion, growth and journey will always, yes, it will. It will stagnate you. But even as a grown person, people are worried about acceptance because that's human nature. As much as we want to be loners and all of that, that's not how humans are. In human nature, we want to be loved and accepted. So sometimes people change for the wrong reasons. It's sad, but sometimes people do change for the wrong reasons, for the love, for the acceptance. It's the same reason why you see good kids, two home parents, never did nothing, go join a gang, and then years down the line, you would have never known they came from a good home. Sometimes you don't even have to leave them. The life will move. Yes. And that's what I'm talking about. You're not doing nothing.
Right. Absolutely,
Yeah,
Kareem.
you
That's
just living your life. You're not really doing anything. Life will just keep
right.
living. As long as you keep, like my Uncle Q, as long as you keep living, you keep learning. So it's just, I see it all the time. I see it all the time, bro. People just, they want that acceptance. They want that love in all the wrong places. They want that. So, it's like, hey, look at me. And then it's like they want to appear to be changed. But change, you gotta go through a lot to change your mindset.
Right.
Cause you
Yo.
can change your environment.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You can, what's up? You can move out of state. You can do a whole lot of shit. You are who you are until you change your mind. You carry you wherever you go. There's a lot of people that think, oh, I'm gonna just go down south, go out west, and I'm gonna be a whole new person. No, you're gonna be you in Stanford and wherever you at until you mindfully sit down with yourself and look at your flaws and look at what you cannot change, like the Serenity Prayer, and accept the things you cannot, because that's how life works. You
Shout
know.
out to my boy Jeremy. No, not to cut you off, Coast. I wanna make sure everybody is acknowledged when they do the
Yeah. Shout out
dropping.
to everybody, Kareem, Jeremy.
Dropping it. Just
Yeah. Shout out to
dropping
everybody.
it.
But yeah, change for me is
Word.
inevitable.
Salutations, King. I love you. I love everybody that's tapping in. Yo, real
Yep.
shit.
For real.
Yo,
Change for me, Funk, is inevitable.
yeah, give me 1 second, King Coast. Shout out to my guy J21, my young bull out of Ohio. You know what I mean? He's a young father. I just got off the game with him prior to tapping in with the show. He had to remind me, like, yo, you got to do the show. He's home being a father right now.
So that's
So
what's up.
he's multitasking. He's doing this. He's doing that. On top of being a father, he's dedicated to tapping in the talk of the town. He's a young bull, 27 years old. He gets a lot out of it. So if we're not getting to the people that most people may feel, we're getting across to some people. May not everybody, but you know what I'm saying? So we are right. We are right. We are right. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Real talk. We could be doing anything other, just like me and Coach, but we are dedicated to this right here. This is pure
Yeah,
dedication.
bro, because I could have been outside with the ladies. They don't sell, the shorts they sell now is all above the knee.
Oh man.
They don't sell nothing up here below the knee. So everything is above the knee. So you know how the niggas is walking around with shorts. I might have to go Jamaican some nights and go cut off foot pants, the poor shit.
Let me also too say this. Yo, these white women though.
Let me tell y'all something. And I'm gonna be frank. See, he wanna get off the camera. I'm gonna be frank.
Yeah, but these white women though.
No. This is men's mental health. I'm gonna be frank. For my black brothers, if y'all want good mental health, stay away from the white meat.
Yo, I went out. I don't never go to places like Costco's. Yeah, I'm a Sam's Club nigga, so I'm gonna have to switch up my membership to certain things and start putting putting myself in places that differs from where I normally be, because life is dope when we go outside the box. These white women,
No, bro. No, we don't go outside the blocks.
welcome to
Shout to my
Tuesday
black
night,
queen.
men and
Shout to
women,
my black queens all across the map,
all
all
women,
across the
the
world.
women, period. The women, period. But I'm just saying,
No, no, there's no, I'm just saying. Shout out to all my black queens all across the world.
yo, so everybody going to be hanging out this summer. It's going to be a hot girl summer. It's going to be for
You know
some
what
of
I noticed? It's gonna be a hot girl summer. Don't make it.
I'm going to be a hot girl. I'm going to be riding around, shirt off, jewelry, teeth glistening. I'm telling the people now, I'm going back to, yeah,
Hot
it's going
girl
to be.
summers turn into pregnant winters. So let's just let that be known. Hot girl summers turn to pregnant winters. So
And I was just saying on the trail, everybody humping unprotected. I mean, it's maybe like 1 out of 100. My guy Cole said he's not doing nothing with a condom, so that's 1 out of 100. Because you ask any other body
wait,
else,
wait, 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 wait. What did you just say?
I said you wear condoms.
Oh, I thought you said I'm not. Let me correct that.
Oh nah, I said so you're 1 of the 100 of if
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
yeah, because niggas and females ain't like, yo, you gotta lace up. It's hot, everything hot, wet, damp. They pull them shits to the side. Yo, welcome to Tuesday night, men and women's mental health. This could be somebody girlfriend or spouse with the next live dude doing shit that niggas don't do regularly. So we gotta start stepping our game up.
Not really. Niggas just live their own life and do them. If you want to marry the hoe, marry the hoe. Stop
No,
watching. Live
no.
life. Be happy. You only
If you
get one
marry,
life. You only get
if
one
you
shot at being happy.
if you marry the hoe, then you're gonna be in the Jamaican part, which trickles down to the Elks fighting, and then niggas
Let me
gonna be
tell you
getting.
something. I don't watch other people's relations. I wish everybody the best. I wish everybody the best. It's hard times. Gas
I'm
is
just
up.
saying,
Food is
I'm one
expensive.
of the guys at the Jamaican part
They
with my
charging
coat
fifteen
off.
dollars. They charging $15 for a whole chicken. Everything. I don't
Why?
know what it's like. Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Living in North Carolina, what are the prices
For what?
for whatever? How much is a whole chicken? How much is a bag of rice?
Oh,
Cause
I get food. I get
they
food.
want too much money
I
for
get food
everything.
stamps. I get food stamps, so I don't look at that. I just get it.
And you the reason why they got the stipulations on the food stamp where they can't get sugar, they can't get junk food, they can't get this up here.
I used my food stamp card when I went up there. I'm like, yo, Connecticut expensive.
Let me tell you something. That little $200 they give you, that shit ain't enough food to do nothing. That shit, you can fit $200 in the little top of the cart that you pull down, and you put it. You don't even need to use it. You just put $200 right there. For real. And then people want to run around and appear
Oh shit! Yeah,
we
yeah,
struggling. Times is hard. We gotta be
yeah.
buckling down in safe mode.
Yo, but check this out though. I was outside today with a nigga that got a little bit more money than me. How much? I don't know.
Why you
But
pocket watching? What's
huh?
old nigga though? You getting old. That's what old niggas do. Old niggas
I'm
pocket watch.
learning. I'm learning. I'm trying to really focus on my end game and have my credit and stuff up. So in order for me to learn, I
You got
gotta
pocket watch.
no, I gotta surround myself around people who has more than me, or you know what
I
I'm
get what
saying?
you're saying now. You cleared it up.
Yeah. So a person could call it pocket watching if you want. If I know
Nah,
somebody,
you cleared it up. You cleared it up.
no, but for the lower classmen, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sharpen my shit up. So I could come back not only to you, but to my platform and be like, hey, yo, the other day when I was talking about gas and stuff like that, a person of my caliber and the way I should be thinking, I should never be talking about, oh, gas prices is high. Because I'm a hustler. I'm a nigga that always turn around and
Yeah,
make sure.
shut up. Gas prices is high, nigga.
But I'm saying, when you on top of your game, we don't think about that. We don't think
And that's
about.
the thing, and that's the problem. And that's the problem with people. They're not mindful of shit. You can't have tunnel vision and I'm on top of my game. I'm not thinking about the gas prices because it don't affect you. That's the problem with Americans. We don't worry about shit until it affect us. If it don't affect us and our family, we can care less. And then it's a fake outrage. Just like you were just complaining about the gas 3 days ago. Now, a mindset of mine, you know, nigga, I wouldn't give a fuck if I'm a billionaire. The gas is $5 a gallon. That's too much. Niggas got to do something. Why you think these niggas is rich? Because they so cheap and they complain about every coin and penny and dollar. And then the minute we get money, we don't want to worry about gas because we can afford it now. No. I'm worrying about everything I used to worry about when I was poor. Why? Because it was still a problem. That's the
Right.
reason why we're poor, because those are the problems. It's a problem when a pack of chicken costs more than a whole fucking chicken. It's a problem. You know, those things are problems. So now that I can afford it, it's not a problem? No, it's still a fucking problem that we need to get right and get correct. Now that I got money, maybe I can help it out and make sure it ain't a problem. I ain't got enough money, to help out the gas prices, but if I did, I would, but most people wouldn't because they can afford it. It ain't their problem no more. A lot of our problems are financial. And a lot of our problems is spiritual. Most of our problems, I believe, are spiritual. So when we get the finances, we wonder why people are still going crazy, still depressed, still fucking the money up.
JD Vance blew the meeting and failed.
Yeah, because you got to realize that side of the fraction don't look good. Because at the end of the day, when you have everybody agreeing with each other not to go to war, there's nothing the other side can say. When you got people from your own party saying, nah, we don't want to go, we're spending too much money now because they starting to get broke and the milk starting to get high for the rich niggas. And the rich niggas that was paying $7 for milk a gallon, now they got to pay 12. Now they're mad, because they see the problem. When rich people complain about prices, it's a problem.
It closed.
What up?
For some reason, somebody tried to call me and knocked you out, so your volume is low. I'm not going to reset it, though, so we're going to keep going. So I'm going to have to kind of.
All right.
But go ahead and flow.
Yeah, well, what he was saying about JD Vance, he must have had a speech. And, I don't really like to talk about politics up here because it's shaky.
Mike Gonzalez, what up, though?
I didn't vote, so I don't really have a say so in what should happen. I'm partly part of what's happening because I didn't vote. So I have to take that road also, but it was inevitable. The war was inevitable. That's something that the gas prices, all of this shit was inevitable. The funny thing about this is, I think towards Bush's end term, George Bush, the gas prices was the same. Milk was crazy high. Everything was crazy high, and we were complaining. And then Obama came in and he swooped in. So it happens. This shit happens. That's my brother, man. It was good. It was good. Blessings, but We just gotta get money and stick together.
Chilling King. Host, I don't see you.
Yo, Bunk, we gonna have to start it over because you froze
All
on
right,
my end. So we gonna start it over and come back, y'all. We have to.
all right, bet.
Yeah. We're gonna start it
All
over
right.
and come back. We having technical difficulty.
Got you.
Yeah.